Hello, everyone. My name is G.R. Reddy. I am the founder of Husys Consulting Limited, based in India, and we are an expert in PEO services for global organizations. Today, I want to bring you a very important aspect, which is very important if you are employing any of the workers and the contractual workers in India. This is very important. The most important aspect of any employment in India is the tax deduction at source. So all the income tax need to be deducted at the source. That means that if you are employing anyone, it is your responsibility to ensure that the tax is deducted and paid to the government exchequer. Similarly, you also need to have a TAN number, which is an identification number for organization. And all employees will have a PAN number, personal identification number, which is mandatory for deduction and also submission of tax to the government authorities by the organization. In case if you are actually employing through a PEO service provider in India, this is very important. Most of the time, what happens is in India, in the beginning of every year, the government uh, would require to deduct the tax on a monthly basis. However, there are a lot of exemptions based on which the tax can be lowered based on the exemptions that they receive as per the allowed norms. So typical practice in India is most of the employees would like to do lots of savings. That is how the our tax structure is created. The more savings you do in a long term, the more deductions that you get in terms of the tax exemptions. So people generally, in an enthusiasm, what they do is they actually have the entire salary and the structure. They will promise that, okay, I'm going to save this much, and then hence the tax liability comes to a certain point. And based on certain that, the companies deduct equally in each of these months. However, the most of the practice that we have seen is what happens is if it is during November, December, January, February, and March, these 4 5 months, which becomes very critical because most of the employees, what we noticed, would not be able to save so much of money because of the commitments that they have in the first 6 to 7 months of their income that they earn. And this raised to an issue of the deductions need to be much higher because the promised savings have not been done. And most of the times, in some cases, actually, we have noticed that by the month of January, February, and March almost, they had to deduct more amount of salary. The best practice is always, in case if the more deduction have not been done so far until October, I think from November onwards, at least make sure that the deductions are taking place in line with the savings that the employee already has done. Even if he wants to promise that the last 3 months I will do, I think it is an employer responsibility to educate them to ensure that there is no large deduction that happens during the last month of the salary, which is March. So I would request that in case if you have any of the employees who would like the TDS to be deducted at a later point, please do consider doing it from now based on whatever the facts that are available from the last 7 months. This will help you a lot. 2 3 things in terms of, one is because of the higher deductions that happens from January, February, March, the net amount of money to spend will be less in the hands of the employee. Hence, there could be an impact on the productivity. So it is very important from the productivity point of view, and also from the compliance point of view. It is very important to be able to really look at how much is the deduction that happens and how much it need to be done. If you need any help in this direction, because most of the times what we use is we use a technology software which will actually allow us to be able to calculate on a running month basis so that there is any adjustments that can be done through the calculations that the system does. So this way it is more efficient. In case if you need any question or any suggestion or a support that you require for the workers that you employed in India, please do get in touch. Our teams will be more than happy. You don't have to be our client. We are happy as long as you are doing business in India, you're contributing the success of India and also the employment generation. So we'll always be happy to help you in any manner. Thank you so much and wish you a great time. Namaste from India.